everyone, and welcome to Quantum Guidance, the channel where we talk about the energies within you and the energies around you. My name is Juno, and I am an intuitive quantum energy and tarot reader. Let's dive into today's reading. We're doing a reading for the sign of Scorpio for the month of May, the remaining days of May. Let's see, Scorpio, what are you up to? Now, my readings, I use different set of cards. I use soul cards to see what's going on within you, without you. And tarot, of course, Lenormand, and oracle cards. And we'll talk about whatever comes up. So, my dear Scorpio, what is going on? Loneliness. I know that I am never alone. And humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. Oh, my dear Scorpio, what's going on, darling? Feeling lonely? Well, you know, at times, sometimes we do feel lonely. Doesn't mean that you're alone, of course. That's the difference. But you're handling it in a humorous kind of way, it would seem. But not only humorous. I feel you're, trying to get to a place where you're okay with yourself. Oh, the devil. What are you focusing on, love? What are you focusing on, love? Cards flowing out. New beginning. All right. Two of Swords and the King of Wands. All right, my lovely Scorpio. Right off the bat, I can tell you that you have been very focused on something in the past. You're letting it go, but letting this thing go is also triggering a sense of loneliness within you. And despite that, you want to move forward to a new beginning. You want to change everything up. You're cutting out people and circumstances left, right, and center. And relentlessly, my dear Scorpio, you've made up your mind, haven't you? You're going for, as they say, the bright side of life. That is good. That is really good. And you're not letting anybody lead you in this. It's all you. You've taken charge. You know what you need to let go of. You know it triggers loneliness. But you know that you need this new beginning. So you're switching things up. Let's see what this is all about. Great changes. Great changes coming your way. Let's see what the Lenormand has to say. Choices. Mice. Oh. All right. Oh boy. Okay. I see. Got stuck in somebody else's journey, did you? Well, love, it doesn't matter. That happens. Sometimes we get caught up in, other people's lives and other people's problems, and we get caught up and we lose ourselves, and then we need to find ourselves. And I would say that you got caught up in something that took a lot out of you, my dear Scorpio. You gave it your all. Not sure yet if this is something to do with love, but it was something that was very dear to your heart, a situation very dear to your heart, and you got really caught up in this. And it took a lot out of you. And there were a lot of people lying to you. That's how you feel. That's what you see now. Because remember, this is what's going on with you. So a lot of people lying to you. You can see that now, but you've put an end to it. You have put an end to it, and you're going towards, you're using your own judgment, your own sound judgment. You're cutting things out, people, places, situations, you're leading the way to something new, a new journey. A new journey. Might have something to do with love, but I'm not sure yet. Not sure yet. Let's see. Let's pull some oracle cards, see what they have to say about this. Oh, look at that. Cards are flying out. Strategy. Well, my dear Scorpio, that is you, isn't it? You are planning your own new beginning. which is good. But in which way are you planning your new beginning? Because you have it very clear in your mindset. Your mindset is very clear. Don't want this, do want that, don't want that one, do want that one, and this is how I'm going about it. So you're planning, and that's good. You have such clarity. Again, card flew out. Appreciation. Ah. You want to go to places and people who appreciate you. You're leaving behind a man, aren't you? You're leaving some dumbass behind. Somebody who did not appreciate you. Who did not. Yeah, you're leaving someone behind. You're leaving a person behind, my love. You know, when you find yourself in a situation where you're taken for granted and everything you do, say, or bring to the table is not appreciated or diminished in some way, leave. Leave. Those are people who vibrate on a lower level than you do. So you can try to bring them up, which I feel that you did. You tried to bring this person up. But sometimes it's just not their time. So you can pour all of this into them, but if it's not the time, they're not going to rise up. So for them to get to your level, that was the problem here. And you now know that. And if you didn't know, now you know. See, it's not just them not appreciating you, it's energetically vibrating on a very, very low level. And yes, they have been, it's true, they have been lying, being two-faced about it, and you stopped it, you put an end to it. Now you want to attract people, places, and situations that you are appreciated in. Every beautiful thing you bring to the table, my dear Scorpio, you want to be appreciated for it. Good on you. Good on you. And apparently you do know how to get it. You're planning. Good. And yes, you do feel lonely because this person, you cut this person out of your life, haven't you? And that's hard. Especially, when you're so invested in someone and you want to, what's best for them and you want to bring them up and they just don't. That can be really hard. And yes, I can see how that can make you feel lonely. I can see that. I can totally understand that. But I have to commend you. You did what was good for you. You chose you. Very good. Dark thoughts. Oh, you have dark thoughts, darling. Dark thoughts are the thoughts that make us who we are eventually in a kindred partnership. So you want a kindred partnership. Now, a kindred partnership is not only being compatible, it's not only being on the same page, it's also vibrating on the same level. So I wouldn't go as far as to say soul connection, but if you're spiritually inclined, you want somebody who understands that and who's also spiritually inclined. So that's what you're looking for, but you have these dark thoughts. So it might be that you're in the midst of being lonely and coping with it, by focusing on the bright side of life, which is always good. You do know that you have some dark thoughts and patterns that you have to break, my love. Let's see. Dark thoughts and patterns. Now that can be that you are doing some shadow work, consciously or subconsciously. Sometimes shadow work just gets in our subconscious mind. So I'm going to pull some shadow work oracle cards for you, my darling Scorpio, because I feel those dark thoughts are you doing your shadow work. What exactly did you learn from this? What are you working on? What should you be working on? Let's see. Guilt. Release the chains of the past mistakes and embrace the growth they bring. Remorse, regret. Oh, my darling Scorpio, don't ever regret trying to lift someone up. Don't, don't. It is very, very human of you to, that is what makes us human. We see something, we see a situation, we see a person, and we want the best for them. So we try to lift them up. We support them. We invest in them. We show them the effort. And never ever feel guilty about doing that. Don't. Never ever feel guilty. It's what makes us human. It's our compassion, our empathy, our sympathy that makes us human. But I can understand that you would feel guilty about this. I can really understand this. Because maybe you think that, you've crossed your own boundaries. And that is what makes you feel guilty. That's usually it. I feel that's it. Now don't be hung up on this. This guilt, you have to go through it. Sit with it, meditate on it, and see it for what it actually is. It's shadow work. It's shadow work. And it will become a part of your strategy to move forward towards that kindred partnership that is an alignment on so many vibrational levels. So that's one thing you're working on, your guilt. Oh, this card just fell out. Anger. I'm going to read it for you. Let's see. It says, use its fire to transform, not to destroy. All right. So Scorpio, you might feel that this person that you left behind, is bringing out the worst in you. You feel angry at them. You're mad at them because they took so much from you. Transmute that anger. Don't be stuck in that anger and guilt energy, because if that is what you're stuck in, you're never going to get to that kindred partnership. Now, the best way to transmute this is to take this anger and guilt that you feel. Now, the two ways you can go about this, you can meditate on it and just, acknowledge the feeling when they come and set them aside. If that is not really working for you, take a piece of pen and paper, write down what makes you angry, and not just, it made me angry that day. No. You write down, you made me angry. This, what you did, made me angry. As if you're talking to this person. You write it down. And then you burn it. Simple as that. Just burn it. Afterwards, now meditate on the lighter feeling you have after doing that. And try to hold on to that. Because that is going to center you. And that is going to help you find the right quantum energy to move forward. So that's you. My advice to you. Now let's see, what will you be encountering for the rest of May, my dear Scorpio? Let's see, what do we have here? Discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to, and the other card that fell out was denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insights of awareness. Here we go. That's exactly what I was talking about. I love it when the cards just, confirm what I just said. Exactly. Anger and guilt are forms of fear. When you break it really down, it comes down to a form of fear. From a place of fear, we react in anger or with guilt. But I just gave you a very, really simple way to kind of deal with this. It has to fit you, and maybe you have other ways of dealing with it. Let me know down in the comments. I would really like to know. You have the discipline to do this. You have the discipline to do this, and you have the mindset to do it, because you've already done this. And in your environment, you will find that in these last days of May, you will find things, people, situations that will help you that will help you strengthen that discipline more and get you out of that place of denial. You know, you'll acknowledge, yeah, I'm angry. So yeah, well, can't stay angry forever. Or yeah, I feel guilty for crossing my own boundaries. But hey, shit happens, right? So that's where you're at for now. I see good things coming. I see good things coming. You know, working on yourself is really, really good, especially after what I think was a really messed up breakup, actually. Let's see, what do we got? Ten of Pentacles. You're working towards your own Ten of Pentacles, your own victory, and you still carry the Ten of Swords with you. Yes, we can see that. And we have the Eight of Cups walking away. So these last days of May will only strengthen what you already know, basically. You know you want your Ten of Pentacles. You want that happy-go-lucky feeling. You want that victory of overcoming this. And yes, you will have that victory. But, you know, these last 10 days of May are really going to show you, how to put down this Ten of Swords feeling by leaving all the shit behind. And with all the shit, I mean people, places, and situations that do not serve you, including this person. Might resurface, by the way. This person that you've left already might resurface. That might trigger the Ten of Swords feeling that you have, but you're going to walk away from it. I feel you're going to walk away from it. So this is about a past breakup. Your person is coming in to trigger you. Oh, don't you just love it when they do that? Well, you know, Scorpio, you've already made up your mind. You know what you want. So this person can come in, you know, left, right, and center. You already know what you want. Yes, he's coming in and he's going to take his time. Ooh, they're researching you. Fox, Anchor, Garden, Bear, Cross. Okay. Okay. What I feel is that this person is indeed, in these last 10 days of May, is going to come in some kind of way. Now, it doesn't mean that they physically come in. It could be a thought that you have about them that comes in and that dominates your day or dominates your, you know, your inner world. It can also be that you read something or you find out something that is going to hurt. So that's because I have the card of looking into it. So if you're looking into their social media, if you're looking to what they're posting and stuff like that, you might find out something that will hurt you. So I'm going to give you a heads up on that. My advice when you break up, go cold turkey. Don't look back. Don't go looking at their social media posts and see what they're up to. Who the fuck cares? I'm sorry about that word, but it just came out. Who the F cares? They're your ex. Shouldn't bother anymore. Let them go. But if you're doing so, if you are checking up on them, it might hurt, darling. Be prepared. Now, the fox and the anchor, the garden, the bear, and a cross. This will feel very heavy. Maybe you find out that they've moved on, they're with someone else or something like that. And, if you think that that person is getting a better version of them, no, they are not. I can tell you they are not, because the fox is a very sly energy. So that sly energy that you were getting, that you didn't see in the beginning, what made you put in all those efforts, they're repeating the same cycle over there. Yeah, they're repeating the same messy cycle over there to anchor themselves in that. And eventually, that's not going to work either. We know that, right? So they're basically setting themselves up. They're setting themselves up. So don't get all tangled up in what you find out, okay? You keep doing you. Keep doing your work. Keep doing your shadow work, because consciously, subconsciously, you're doing that. and you're moving towards your own happiness and stability and your own kindred partnership, which is in the cards. Now, let's see. But you're going to find out something. If you're spying on them, or just, looking what they're up to, you're going to find out something that hurts. That will hurt. So heads up on that, Scorpio dove. Heads up on that. Here we go. The healing light. Within that pain, you will find your healing light. Well, see what we have here. Great achievement and commitment. Yeah. So, this past person of yours, yeah, you're going to find out something that really hurts. They've moved on, they're playing the game somewhere else. They're hoping on great achievement. Doesn't mean they're getting married or engaged or something. But there is something about a commitment that you are going to find out in these next 10 days of, the last 10 days of May 2026. Now, with finding that out and realizing that they're playing the same game that they played with you, that is where your healing light comes from. That is where your healing light comes from. Now remember, we need darkness around us to see the light. And this person and his darkness is now moving over to somebody else. He's somebody else's problem now. This person is somebody else's problem, love. Don't dwell on it. Don't dwell on it. Be happy. It's gone. It's gone. It's a weight off your shoulders. And once you see that, that will be your healing light. Once you can see that they're repeating the same pattern here, you will see that that is your healing light. Because it wasn't you. It wasn't you, my love. It was not you. It was them. It was them. Yes, it was. I'm going to pull some cosmic energy oracle cards for you, my dear Scorpio, because I feel that you need some cosmic guidance on this. Let's see. All right. This reading resonates with you. Please let me know in the comments what resonated. And, like, share, and subscribe. It really helps to get the messages out there. Let's see. Cosmic energy for Scorpio. Discovery. Discovery of the treasures within. Follow your passion. Ties in with the healing light. And then we have awakening. It's the process of discovering your true self. Here we go. Well, my dear Scorpio, you are going towards your own journey. You've already decided. You've cut this person out. You've made a choice. You know what you want. I hope, if you didn't know that you were doing shadow work, I hope that this reading helped you to realize that you are doing shadow work. The anger you feel, the guilt you feel towards yourself, because I do feel that this guilt you feel is about crossing your own boundaries to somehow provide for this person. It doesn't matter if it's, providing materially, emotionally, but you crossed some boundaries and you're feeling guilty about it. You're angry at this person, and you need to transmute that anger. Now, we just talked about how to do it, so I'm not going to repeat it because, it's in the reading. But you really need to transmute it. Transmute that anger and put that energy into your strategy in what you want. You want to be the leader of your own life. You want to be, the protagonist of your own life. You decide where you go from here. And you want to go where you're appreciated. Good on you. Good on you, Scorpio. Now, for the next 10 days, you will find out that this person has moved on, the person that you left behind, which, by the way, you did good. It might be that you're looking them up, or you just come across something about them, or you hear something from someone or through someone. And it's going to be about a commitment. So they've moved on. And yeah, it's going to hurt. Of course it hurts. I mean, when you find out that your ex has moved on, and of course it hurts. Sometimes it just hurts. But you're also going to see that they're doing the same thing over there. Their sly, devilish ways. They anchor themselves into somebody's life and just get what they, well, not only get what they need or what they want, or can be anything, but you're going to see that pattern. From that hurt, from that place, you are getting your healing light. Once we recognize patterns in other people, we can also recognize patterns within ourselves. What did we do? What did we didn't do? What we should have done maybe, or should have done differently? You learn, you grow. And that is your healing light, my love. That is your healing light. And as for the cosmic energy, discovery, you are about to discover something, and you're going to discover it not only externally about this person, but you're also going to discover things about yourself. And once you discover, where you stand in things, you're able to follow you're able to follow your passion, not only your passion, but to follow your own path to things that make you happy. So, that loneliness, with that, the loneliness will disappear. And it's an awakening. It's a process of discovering your true self. And I feel that you're on the way to discovering your own self, because you're doing a lot of work here, Scorpio. You're doing a lot of work. It's not only going towards that kindred partnership, you're going to places and you're seeking out places and people who will appreciate what you have to bring to the table, what you bring to the table. And it's a lot that you bring to the table. And you know exactly how to get it. You're working on it. And at the same time, you're doing shadow work. And I hope that you're aware now that you're doing shadow work, because you do. You're doing shadow work, Scorpio, and that's good. That is good. So, my dear Scorpio, keep your head up. Keep your head up, Scorpio, because this is really good. This is personal growth. This is personal growth on a quantum energetic level. You were on a very high level in comparison to the person you left behind. You were way up here and they were way down there. You can't lift anybody up. You can't. You can't. But by doing all this inner work, my love, you are blossoming. You're opening up like a beautiful lotus flower. A lotus, it grows from murky waters. They grow through that muddy, murky water, and then they open up and blossom. You have this beautiful flower that everybody admires, adores. And the beauty itself, it doesn't care if it's adored. It knows its worth. And that is where you're heading towards, my dear Scorpio. My dear Scorpio. Good things happening. Yes, you will find out something that is not that really, that's really going to hurt. But about this ex, on the other hand, you're forewarned, so be prepared. You're prepared now. So that's, that's a thing. But you are on the way to discovering who you really are, what you really want. And you're awakening that energy within you. That is a good thing. That is a very, very good thing. All right, my dear Scorpio. Well, this is quite a journey. My lovely, lovely, darling Scorpio, please let me know what resonated and where you're at in this journey. If you need any help with this, if you need my advice on this, I'm here. Write a comment down below and I will get back to you. I will, I promise. Now, dear Scorpio, this is what I have for you. And please know you are appreciated. And thank you for being here. Like, share, subscribe, of course. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.